And we welcome you back to the 14th annual Cooper Yeshiva High School National Invitational Tournament here in Memphis at the Memphis Sports and Events Center. I'm Greg Gaston. It's time for the Tier 2 fifth place game as the Cooper Yeshiva Maccabees, the Cooper MACS as they're known, will take on the Rabbi Oscar Z Yeshiva Fasman Yeshiva. They are known as just the Yeshiva. They are the 5th seed, and the Cooper MACS are the 7th seed. Cooper MACS from right here in Memphis, Tennessee. They're coached by Kobe Pinto in his first year, just came over from Israel and has taken over the reins of this Cooper MACS team. Meanwhile, Fasman from Skokie, Illinois, and they're coached by Sid Singer. Again, this one for the 5th place spot in Tier 2. Got a big crowd on hand with the local team from Memphis, the Cooper MACS, going at it this morning. Got a big one coming up still on this court, number 1, a little bit later on today, approximately 1:15 for the championship of tier number 1, and that will be exciting to say the least. We are just about ready for high school basketball. One of the largest Jewish high school athletic events in North America, with 16 of the top Jewish high school varsity basketball teams here in Memphis. Fasman is the home team in the white. The Cooper Yeshiva Maccabees in the dark uniforms, they are the visitors. Josef Vanderwald will jump for the Cooper MACS. And he'll be jumping up against Yosef Litwack for Fasman. We are underway. And Fasman with the basketball to open up this one. Had a chance to call a Fasman game earlier in this tournament. They like to shoot the 3, and right off the bat, that's Adir Amster, and he's off the mark. Here come the Cooper MACS. You can hear that crowd in the background there. Again, huge crowd for the home team here from Memphis, the Cooper MACS. Good ball movement. Adam Felsher with the basketball on the wing. Back up top to Jack Camp. Camp trying to work baseline. He'll pick up his dribble now. Loose ball, and there's got to be a body on that end line, and there is, and it'll be a turnover by the Maccabees, the Cooper MACS again as they're known. And now full court press, and they throw it away. Good pressure there by the Cooper MACS. Kobe Pinto installing that full court pressure right away, and Fasman turns it over. Benny Frieden with the inbounds. Gets it over to Felsher. Kind of surround the big guy in the middle there. And we got a whistle on a 3-second violation. So the Cooper MACS turn it right back over to Fasman. And the winner picks up the 5th place trophy here in tier number 2. And a whistle there as the Maccabees putting that pressure on. They stepped on that end line. They got to give the inbounder room to throw it in. Turned it over once again. Drive is off the mark there by Felsher. And here comes Fasman out of Skokie, Illinois. Nearly a turnover. Good ball movement. There's a 3, in and out. Zev Campbell, who can knock him down from distance. They're 0 for 2 now from 3. Still no score in this one. Good job swinging the ball by the Cooper MACS, and there's your first bucket. Josef Vanderwald. Vanderwald with the bucket. And we got a whistle and a foul. That'll go against Benny Frieden. This is a very aggressive Cooper MACS team. And Josh Thomas going to pick up a headphone here and join me courtside for this Tier 2 fifth place game. Josh, how are you?
Welcome
to have you with us. Yeah.
Thanks, Greg. Sorry, I was on assignment elsewhere early here in the early going, but
you've been very busy.
There's so many games. There's a lot of basketball. This is really for the hoops junkies out there.
It really is. And last night, the wee hours into Sunday with the Sabbath.
Yeah.
My gosh.
Yeah.
Were you here for the duration last night?
I might have ducked out a tiny bit early. I'm gonna have to fess up on that because it was. This is probably the most challenging, I think, really for the officials, for the tournament committee, for the players, obviously, just for everyone involved. The quick turnaround, you kind of have you sort of relax into the tourney on Thursday and Friday, and then you have the time off for the Shabbat, weekend, and then all of a sudden Saturday and Sunday it's coming at you.
Here comes Fasman. They come at you with a lot of three-point shots so far, 0 for 2 here in the early going as they trail 2-0. Here's another three right on cue, and that one's Yanni Silberstein. He drains it, and it's a 3-2 lead. First lead for Fasman.
I always say this, this sounds sort of obvious, but shooting is so important. But I mean, that's obvious, but especially at basketball at this level where no one's playing above the rim, being able to rise up and hit those jumpers is huge.
And there's a foul. They're really converging on Vanderwald as he draws the foul. He'll shoot a couple of free throws. He has the only bucket so far for the Cooper MACS, but every time he gets the ball inside, it's 3 guys on him.
Aggressive D. That's another thing is the tenacity that I see really up and down all these teams in this tournament. Like the pace is so frantic on defense. Like you have got to guard the ball with your life. I mean, and it's not a matter of being sloppy and foul. It's just the, you have got to really, handle the ball with a sense of purpose.
You need to be a disruptor on defense, but on offense, you have to show some sort of patience or you're going to be turning it over all day long. Tied at 3 after 1 of 2. There we go, right on cue, and that's a steal and a putback and a bucket there.
Prescient comment by you there, Greg. And that's another thing is being all these teams deploy full court presses pretty consistently. So you've got to be able to get the ball up court as Fasman just did there.
Foul away from the ball, I believe. It wasn't on the shot. And it'll be inbounds from the sideline for Fasman. Trailing now 5-3 after that Benny Frieden bucket. That ball got tipped and stolen away.
He's got a really nice all-around game.
Yeah, it's really paying off early for the Cooper MACS with that aggressiveness. There's a 3 from the corner. That's just off the mark by Adam Felsher. And here comes Fasman. They're a little more deliberate on offense and swinging it around the perimeter, looking for that open 3. Guess they feel Josh 3 is better than 2, right?
Yeah, the math works for you that way.
3-pointer off the mark from the corner. You get a second chance opportunity. Strong putback right there by Adir Amster, his first bucket of the game. And that'll tie it up at 5.
A lot of teams are able to get offensive boards, but then don't turn those second and third chance opportunities into points here. So getting that one right there from Fasman was big.
And when you get it down low, put it up. You got a higher percentage shot, maybe you get fouled right there instead of just kicking it out. Good backdoor cut. Beautiful move right there from Frieden. He has a second bucket. Great backdoor movement. And guys that move really well away from the ball, usually it pays off, and it did right there for the Cooper MACS.
Also good job by Vanderwald dishing. You like to see the big man who can make the pass. Not all of them can, but it's a huge asset if you have a big man who can both look to score but also distribute.
4:14 to play in quarter number 1. It's been back and forth. 7-5 Fasman. 3-pointer, and he has fouled shooting a 3, and that is a cardinal sin in the game of basketball.
There was a game last night I was calling, Greg, where a player for the Hillel Heat, Braha, was fouled, I think 4 times shooting from 3. Now, might have been doing a little bit of that kick out, that leg kick out thing and sort of drawing the contact, and the refs buying it. Today he was not able to get that same action, and it certainly hurt their chances as they fell earlier today.
To correct myself, Cooper MACS had that 2-point lead. Now it's a 1-point lead, as so far Amster has split the 2 free throws.
Amster, the last game I saw Fasman, I think Amster hit 2 or 3 3-pointers. He can score from the outside. That might have been why Cooper looked to close out on him a little too aggressively and committed the foul.
They must have called a lane. Did they call a lane violation on the second one that he missed? Right. So he's going to get another opportunity. It was a lane violation. So that ties it up at 7 and a reprieve here for Amster.
4 to make 3, as they say.
Don't see that too often. And he does make 3. And Fasman regains the lead at 8-7. Campbell walking up the court. Calls out a play. Swing to the corner. That's a 3. That went off the mark. Strong rebound there by Silverstein.
Didn't really get the look that he wanted to right there. Good defense by Fasman in the half court.
Zone defense by the Cooper MACS. That's a tough pass to handle right there. A little high thrown by Amster. Looking for the cutting Eli Vladimirsky. So far, the Cooper MACS have done a good job in keeping Vladimirsky at bay. He's a tough competitor. And here come the Maccabees. They are down a point, 8-7. There's a reach and a foul call on Silverstein.
A little too aggressive with the hand check right there.
Second team foul against Fasman. 3, by the way, for the Cooper MACS.
Oh.
That ball got deflected, stolen.
That pass was there a couple of seconds earlier for Vanderwall. Didn't recognize it, and by the time he did, Fasman had shut it down.
Drive by Compel, and there was the reach foul. That'll be the 4th against the Cooper MACS here in the first quarter. You shoot free throws at 5. That puts you over the limit. 2:52 remaining here in this very competitive first quarter. Again, the battle for the Tier 2 5th spot.
Both these teams looking to finish the weekend at 2-2 rather than 1-3. Finish on a 2-game winning streak. That's always good.
It's always good. I love the format where every team, no matter what, is playing 4 games. There's a 3 by Compel. And a timeout called by Cooper Yeshiva, the Maccabees, as the lead is now the largest for Fasman at 11-7.
That was a compelling shot there for Fasman, if you will. Got the replay right in front of us here. Good swing. Really key to get the distribution to him in rhythm there, that he can just step right into it. That's so key for the shooters.
Yeah, when you're going up against that zone defense, everything's got to be quick. You can't hold on to the ball. Passing, and you saw it go around the horn and then back around again to find the open man. And the Cooper MACS have to recognize the 3-point shooters for Fasman, Compel being one of them.
Yeah, sure. Compel and I think Amster. But you know, all these kids love to go from long range. That's, you know, if you ever go to a gym, no one is out there shooting layups.
No. The game has changed. It's a 3-point game, no question about it.
Everybody looking. I don't know how they decide who's going to be the, they have a 3-point competition here in the tournament. And I'm sure that's a hotly contested spot for each squad. Each team only gets 1 player.
Well, look, everybody wants to try to shoot a 3. Only so many are good in shooting the 3. So you have to very, very nicely, politely tell the 3-point shooters that think they are 3-point shooters, no more.
But, whenever you hit that 1, it feels good. It's kind of like hitting that good drive on 18 after a miserable round of golf. And you're like, oh, yeah, I'm going to come back and play.
That's a great comparison.
Fool's gold.
Great comparison there. 2.5 to play, first quarter. 11-7 Fasman. They made the trip from Skokie, Illinois.
Suburban Cook County.
That one in the hands of Camp. He couldn't hang on to it. Good defense again, and another turnover
Fasman looked like they extended the pressure a little bit in the half court there.
And they really collapse again on anybody that's around the paint. They just collapse on them. Sweet shot. You talk about one that rolled around a few times. That's that jumper there from the corner by Vladimirsky. It was a 2. And Ellie is on the scoreboard, or on the score sheet, I should say, with that bucket. Good pass inside, point-blank shot, and that's missed by Siegel.
You know, he got to convert there. That was a really nice find of Siegel on the block, and then he perhaps heard the footsteps and rushed the layup a little bit. And yeah, but Vladimirsky's got a nice stroke. I saw him hit some shots in that same mid-range the other day. Almost a 3-point play opportunity there for the MACS on the inbounds.
That'll send to the free throw line. Well, I'm going to check this number. I don't have 22. We had some number switches before the game, so we're double checking on that.
I think that's Goldkin. I think that's Rayful Goldkin, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rappy Goldkin,
Yeah.
5'8" junior guard. And he's able to knock down both.
At this level, you really want to see guys be able to hit free throws, right? I mean, again, get those free looks.
I've been very impressed overall with the free throw shooting in this tournament. Really impressed. Fasman up 4, 13-9, bucket and a half to go in the first quarter. Here from the Memphis Sports and Event Center, along with Josh Thomas, I'm Greg Gaston.
This is my first weekend here. I mean, for many people it would be. It's a new facility.
Beautiful, isn't it?
You know, this tournament's been held at the Memphis Jewish Community Center throughout its history until this year. And while, you know, the Jewish Community Center is a great facility here in Memphis, and it, you know, will remain to be so. It's nice having the extra room here. Both just overall in terms of the building, but also the court. The court is wider, and again, the physical play, you need to have the extra space.
Good hustle there by Goldkin, knocks it out of bounds.
But yeah, at the JCC, the court is a little narrower. It's about the same length, but really hard for teams to do much in the half court in those close quarters. This is, I think, sort of regulation width. Maybe a few feet shorter than an NBA size court, but regulation width.
Avi Becker, number 25, checks in for the Cooper MACS. That's Vladimirsky off the mark, and under a minute to go. We'll see how deliberate Coach Kobe Pinto wants to run his team, but they give it right up. Offensive foul.
I thought he had made established position in the front court, but apparently not.
What was that call?
That was an over and back.
They called an over and back.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not sure if I agree with that call, but yeah, Vladimirsky hit that shot just a few moments ago, and had almost the exact same look. Can't fault him for going for that. It looked like get him there. It looks like they're trying to get him there to that spot.
Good kick out. 25 to go. Out of contact, no call there. Amster misses inside the paint. Now the Cooper MACS can get the final shot of the first quarter. That one's tipped and nearly stolen. Now 4 on the shot clock. That one is stolen away. Half-court heave. That one just missed. Good effort there.
Would have counted.
Yeah, Yakov Karesh with the launch from half court, and we are through the first 8 minutes of this Tier 2 fifth place game. Again, from the Memphis Sports and Event Center in Memphis, Tennessee. After one, it's Fasman from Skokie, Illinois, leading the Cooper MACS. Cooper Yeshiva Maccabees from right here in Memphis, 13-9. We're back with second quarter action in just a moment. Both teams back on the court after huddling up with their respective coaches as we begin second quarter play. Fasman 13-9. Cooper MACS with the basketball. They're the visitors. They are the 7th seed. Fasman is the 5th seed in tier number 2.
Cooper got a nice win last night over the school from New York City. Always, the Memphis crowd loves to see that.
New York, how competitive is that area in basketball?
Oh, I mean,
my gosh. There's a 3. That one will bounce around, no good, but an offensive rebound by Goldkin.
Good job there, reading that bounce. Belcher might have thought about that 3.
Good backdoor cut, but that went off the leg of a defender and stolen by Fasman.
A little over-ambitious. It was a nice idea, but I think Fasman had it. Good travel there. Who's that on?
Yeah, that'll be a traveling violation against Schwartz. Ezra Schwartz, who just checked in. But give a lot of credit to Adam Felsher. He went in and was able to avoid contact, and he caused that extra step. He picked up his pivot foot for the turnover. I mentioned before you sat down, will be a great crowd, of course, the hometown crowd, rooting on their Cooper MACS.
You hope they stay around for some of the later action, as the tournament winds up with the consolation game and the championship. Some really good teams will be competing in those games, and many of them certainly will.
It's a strong move by Vanderwall down on the other side, but wasn't able to convert. Fasman up 4, looking to add. 3, top of the key. That one front iron, no. And very alertly, that was Benny Frieden to let it go out of bounds.
Shielded the Fasman player, kind of like a soccer player shielding the other team's player and letting the ball go over the touchline, as they call it in soccer.
It doesn't always work, because sometimes you got that player that can reach over and knock it off. But normally, if you can grab it, But if not, that's what you need to do. Good defense here by Fasman, and it's going to be a 5-second call.
Oh. Coach called timeout. Might have taken away an opportunity for him there, because Camp did a nice job of coming around and getting open.
Did he call the timeout?
Called the timeout before they.
I thought the official had his 5 up to me. So, yeah. But he indicated the 5-second
One of those situations where the coach, probably the right thing to do, but it just so happened that Camp was about to spring open and get himself a drive for the hoop.
Well, that's part of the job for those coaches, right? Be alert. Going to be some changes for both teams when we get back to action. 5:54 remaining before halftime. Mentioned this tournament, one of the largest Jewish high school athletic events in North America. It has not taken place for 3 years because of COVID and the effects of COVID, but back this year, 10 different states represented. If I can boldly say, from just my opinion, I haven't been here every day, but it seems like it's a smash. The return is a success.
Yeah, no, it's there was when I spoke with Commissioner Kahane about the event, some time ago, maybe 9-12 months ago, and it wasn't certain that they would bring it back. And I think then there was enough momentum to go ahead and reinstate it. And I think and again, the change of facilities, some were a little bit skeptical, but I think that's also worked well. As a Memphian, I was saying this on Thursday, Greg, but as a Memphian, it's pretty neat to look out the window and see the Mid-South Coliseum, whatever is going to happen with that facility. But the Mid-South Coliseum and the Liberty Bowl Memorial Stadium, those are sort of the Mid-South Coliseum, a mothballed facility at the moment. It's uncertain what's going to happen. Yeah, landmarks. Right? As a Memphian, I spent an awful lot of time in that building growing up for basketball, circuses. Wow.
Beautiful play. Great delivery by Felsher, and then the finish, and it's a 2-point game.
Good job there by the MACS attacking that defense. I thought he might go up and slam there. He was awfully close. Awfully close.
You were saying they don't play above the rim, and I was like, is he going to slam that thing down? 5 now for Vanderwald. Vanderwald's cousin, Ethan, also on this team. A lot of traffic, and there's a foul.
That might be on, yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to call that one on Felsher.
Okay.
And so that'll send Ezra Schwartz to the line, 6'1", 170-pound junior forward.
Cooper MACS assistant coach Ethan Morris looks like he forgot his belt today. I mean, he might need to be careful. Mendy might want to send a note to him. A friend of mine's son on the bench, an unofficial assistant coach.
But nobody carries an extra belt around. I can guarantee you that,
No.
Josh. First one made by Schwartz, his first points of the game. 14-11, Fasman. And make it 15-11. Goes back to that statement we talked about with the free throw shooting. It has just been very, very solid all tournament long. Camp walks it up across the midcourt stripe. Another good feed and a strong take once again by Vandenwall. Vandenwall makes up his mind right away, and he goes right to the bucket.
That was pretty much the same play they ran just moments ago, so Fasman's going to have to figure out how to snuff that out. But clearly that play works against what Fasman is trying to do on defense, so they might have to change it up a little bit.
That'll go against Schwartz. The 2 free throws here for Vandenwall, who split 2 earlier in the game. Unable to knock down the first. He's currently at 5 points.
Missed it. He missed it.
One more for Vandenwall. And once again, he splits 2 free throws.
Good soft touch off the front of the rim there.
He has a half dozen. It's a 3-point game, a 1-possession game with 4:47 remaining before halftime. I didn't see much there, but they call a foul.
It's like on Golkin.
Yeah, Golkin called for the foul. I don't know what he did there.
Well, maybe a little bit too much body action. Again, pretty small down there on the block, trying to defend some bigger Fasman players.
Yeah, Golkin 5'8", 150. That might be
generous.
You beat me to it. Each team with a couple of fouls here in the second quarter, so no real issues as far as teams shooting free throws. 5 will get you to the free throw line. Silverstein thought about a long 3 there. And then he does take the 3. Front iron, no. A battle and coming away with it is Benny Friedman.
Good hustle by both teams going for that loose ball, but the MACS come away with it.
Camp calling out the play to his teammates here. As we go to 4 minutes, and we got a whistle. And that'll go against Spee Clark for Fasman. That's their 3rd team foul. And no shot clock. Teams can be as deliberate as they want. Drive along the baseline there by Camp, though he throws it away. It's a low throw. That's a tough one to handle down at his ankles.
Yeah, always hard when it's down there at the shoelaces. Still only a 3-point lead here for Fasman. Close ball game.
Another 3. That one off the side of the backboard, well off the mark by Spee Clark. Just wondering if any of these teams will get on a run here to end this first half, and that could be a difference maker. You just never know. There's a foul and free throws coming up.
Well, one thing that I say is a consistent theme that I've seen so far in this tournament. I've probably been calling at least 3 games that were very competitive. You know, one team certainly looked to be the better team, but competitive through a half, maybe even early in the third, and then all of a sudden a team runs out of steam, and oftentimes it's a team with a bit of a deeper rotation, like extends. A close, tight ball game suddenly becomes a blowout, like in the blink of an eye. I've seen that happen several times in this tournament. And another thing that's part of it, you're playing 4 games in 4 days, tired legs. Maybe a bit too much to eat over Shabbat. You don't know. I mean, it's any number of reasons for that.
Jack Camp calmly nails both free throws and nearly a steal by the Cooper MACS. They have pulled to within 1 at 15-14. Oh, by the way, Spee Clark was called for that last foul, so he has 2. and he was replaced on the floor. So here comes Fasman. The lead has shrunk to 1. Under 3 to play before halftime.
Teams seem to have a lot of trouble breaking the full court pressure. And you wonder if that's maybe because it's early in the season. They haven't worked on that as much as they might as the season goes on.
Exactly. No, that's a good point. Camp, though, great anticipation there. Jumped in the passing zone, was able to get the steal, and then another foul committed.
Camp forcing the issue there.
Yep. That'll be the 5th foul, and that puts him in the bonus. And that'll be free throws now the rest of this half for Cooper Mac, the rest of this second quarter. 2:40 to play.
Camp with a chance to give the MACS the lead.
This is his first attempt. Coach Kobe Pinto not happy with that missed free throw. It happens, Coach. Every once in a while it happens. And they've been shooting the free throw very well all tournament long. There you go. He's hit 3 of 4, and we are deadlocked. 15-15, low scoring, defensive battle here. Tier 2, 5th place on the line. That one's knocked from behind, taken away from Yosef Litwack. And the Cooper MACS have been getting a lot of steals with quick hands. See the Benny Frieden cheering section right across from us.
A lot of fan/family support for sure.
Stands are packed across from us. 2 to play before halftime. Got a foul.
Yeah.
Offensive foul.
Yeah.
Yep. That'll be a charge.
Goldkin wasn't set on that screen right there, and I think that was a good call.
So illegal screen is what they call there on Goldkin. That is the 3rd team foul against the Cooper MACS.
I thought that was a pretty good call.
I had the official right in front of me. I didn't see that right away. There's a 3 from the wing. No.
Camp gets the rebound falling right into his lap.
You call jump ball.
Ooh, that was a quick one.
Alternating possession arrow. Checking in now for Fasman is Eli Vladimirski. Let's take a look at that again. That's a good call.
Yeah, fair enough. Got his hand on there. Camp also a little out of control in that drive.
So Fasman gets the ball on the alternating possession arrows. In the meantime, you saw Donnie Soberstein head to the bench. He hurt his elbow. Hopefully he'll be okay. He's a big part of this Fasman team. Minute 30 to play. All knotted up at 15. Fasman's hit a couple of 3-pointers. Cooper MACS have not. Mainly free throws and 2s. There's a 3. That goes for Amster.
Yeah, like I said, I saw him hit from deep several times on Thursday, so I'm sure they'd like to see him get some more open looks. Poor pass right there by the MACS.
Yeah, stolen by Compel, thrown right to him. Contact in the lane. They're going to call a charge.
Ooh,
wow, on Zev Compel. Looked like the defender was moving.
Yeah, it also looked like a reach. That's a tough call. I am, as a rule, biased against offensive fouls to begin with, and that one I just think is just I think that was really a favorable call for the home team. I've been a little bit of home cooking right there.
Hey, look, I think in college ball this year, one of the emphasis is going to be going back to maybe where it used to be. They give too much leeway to the defender. Now they have to really be established. There can't be any gray area.
I like to hear that because I think it's gotten to a point where defense is just about standing somewhere as opposed to actually defending.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree wholeheartedly.
I don't like to be like back in my day. That's usually not my type of reasoning, but it's definitely gotten too much the other way. So good to see it swing back the other direction.
Amster, who has 8 points, drives and gets fouled. He'll go to the free throw line and shoot 2. So is it okay if I stay on your lawn?
Thank you very much.
43 seconds to go before halftime.
I've gotten that before as well.
Me too. Amster has made a big difference in this one. He's the leading scorer in the game. Now with 9, looking for double digits and looking to make it a 5-point game for Fasman. And he does. He's hit all 5 of his free throws.
And those are some stylish shoes. Wow.
Yeah, these guys,
very bright.
A lot, no, they are very bright. A lot of them, I still, this is going to be.
Well, here's my question is I see Siegel and Camp both have the non-matching shoes. Now, the question is, does the pair come like that?
I have no idea anymore. I grew up, my sneaks were white. That's it. Very deliberate. The Cooper MACS trying to milk it down for a final shot. Zone defense by Fasman, trying not to allow anything deep. Camp calling for that play now with 9, so we've gone under 10. Good bounce pass. And off the window goes Vanderwall. Great execution.
You really like to see them rewarded for that. Oh gosh. Not a smart
Benny
decision.
Frieden reaches in on a half-court shot and right before the buzzer. I think
it's the right call. I think he kind of just lost sort of a lapse in concentration right there. I mean,
yeah, but you can't allow that. You got 10 seconds on your offensive possession, so you're within 10. The guy is about to launch a half-court shot.
Well, you just don't. You kind of hope for the MAC's sake that it doesn't end up burning them too much here. He's missed the first of 3, but yeah, you don't want to. Don't want to reach on the guy about to shoot a 3-quarter shot at the buzzer. If he makes that, you're just gonna have to tip your cap.
That's K-Resh.
Tip your keeper in that situation.
Yep. 2 more for K-Resh here to end the first half.
That looks
and he throws
short.
an air ball up. He's got 1 more, so he might get bailed out here.
Yeah.
I talk about the great free throw shooting, but unfortunately not by Yakov K-Resh, at least not right now. Let's see if he can make the third. Kind of there's pressure, and he does. Yeah. Very nicely done.
Well, it's always hard when there's no one on the line.
Exactly. That's my point. So he ends up going 1 for 3. Really good execution on that final drive by the Cooper MACS, an unfortunate foul. And we have hit halftime here at the Memphis Sports and Events Center, the 14th annual Cooper Yeshiva High School National Invitational Tournament. At halftime of this Tier 2 5th place game, it is Fasman from Skokie, Illinois, leading the hometown team, the Cooper MACS, 21-17. Second half action in just a bit. Stay with us.
Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it.
And welcome back to the 14th Annual Cooper Yeshiva High School National Invitational Tournament. Day 4 of 4. We're wrapping it up here over the course of the next few hours. We're at the Memphis Sports and Events Center. Alongside Josh Thomas, I'm Greg Gaston. So glad you could be with us. This is the Tier 2 5th place game as we get ready to start quarter number 3. 21-17. Fasman, the visiting team, or I should say the home team. They are the 5 seed. And the Cooper MACS, that's the Cooper Yeshiva Maccabees from here in Memphis, the 7th seed. 21-17, Fasman with the lead. And unfortunately, a turnover right off the bat. Jack Camp lost his dribble, and then his pivot foot came out from under him. And it's a turnover right off the bat.
One of those like unforced errors right there. Just kind of a little sloppy with the handle. Fasman, very old school. No team nickname, so it's kind of a little. You don't see that very often.
No, you don't. And they're known as the Yeshiva, so right. I guess they believe their Yeshiva is the best Yeshiva.
What a grab here by Shiva. That's fantastic.
That was fantastic catch.
I nearly got hit by a flying keeper.
There's a 3 off the mark. That was by Silberstein. 1-on-2. Good defense. I think that went off. It did.
Oh, wow.
It unfortunately went right off the knee of Jack Camp on great defense. Good job by Fasman getting back. They were on a 2-1 deficit there on that break. Knocked out of bounds by Jonas Siegel.
Quick hands, both teams making it hard for any pass to get accomplished, get completed. Oh, open 3. That's Amster again, this time way off the mark.
Loose ball picked up by Fasman. Second chance opportunity. Good ball movement. Compelled. Knocking down the 3. That's Zeb's second of the game. He has 6, and the lead is the largest for Fasman at 24-17.
Compel likes that spot from straight up out in front. A lot of guys like the more spot up from the corner, but that's where he finds himself on the court. Let's see if Fasman has, if the MACS have an answer. I think they might. Oh.
In and out. Good looking shot there by Jack Camp.
He had a good look at it, and that thing was online the whole way. Just popped out.
4 triples now for Fasman in this game, and Cooper MACS have yet to hit one. Scoop. It won't go, but a foul is called, and Siegel with a good move will go to the free throw line.
Siegel, number 13, fouling his counterpart there, Compel.
So that's 4 on Compel, right?
On Siegel, that was on Siegel. That was on Siegel. That was a foul on.
Oh, excuse me, Siegel.
That was a foul.
Yeah, it's Compel to the free throw.
That was 13 on 13.
13 on 13 crime. First one in and out for Compel.
Hopefully no one has triskaidekaphobia out there, because right now you might be shutting us off. One of my favorite words. What's one of my favorite phobias?
That is a word that a lot of people who are watching right now and listening are saying to themselves, I better look that up, but I don't know how to spell it.
I host trivia, so I've got all of these vocabulary. I love vocabulary trivia, so that's one of my we like to do phobia questions. It's fun to ask phobia questions. Some of them are completely made up, though, in my mind.
Driving baseline, sweet-looking shot there by Frieden, who has a half dozen. They needed that one, so they got the 2 missed free throws at the one end, and they convert the bucket at the other, and now 24-19. Back comes Fasman. Corner 3, goes! That's Vladimirski. He loves that spot.
Yeah, he loves it. I don't know if I had seen him float that far. That might be the first 3 I've seen him hit. But he likes the baseline, clearly. That time he stepped back a few feet and warded with an extra point.
Yeah, I did one of his games earlier, and he hit about 3 of those out there.
Yeah, he definitely likes to catch that ball along the baseline, especially on that right side.
Good hustle. Steal by Fasman. They got a breakaway. It's Vladimirski behind the defense. He'll lay it up and lay it in. Quick 5 from Vladimirski. He now has 7 for the game. And all of a sudden, it's a double-digit lead for Fasman at 29-19.
Yeah. Some rewarded turning defense into offense right there. Good timeout here for the MACS. Try to stem the tide. See if they can draw something up and maybe get some points back.
Just settle down. Just settle down the team.
Exactly. I mean, they don't want to, again, I mentioned earlier how I've seen this happen on a number of occasions, tight ball games, kind of getting away from one of the teams in the third quarter, and you don't want to see that happen here, certainly for the hometown crowd. So the MAC's going to have to see if they can find the answer, maybe dial something up for Frieden or Camp from long range.
They've yet to hit a 3 in this game. By the way, great job. You saw the replay of Vladimirski. As soon as he saw that his teammate had gotten that loose ball. He made a beeline for the other end of the court.
Good breakout.
Beautiful pass. Looked like Joe Burrow to Jamar Chase right there.
On the other side, somebody on the MACS has to be rotating back to make sure that, to cut that off. But it's easier said than done, especially in the turnover type situation. But all these teams really look to spring the fast break. So, on the shot, you see someone breaking out, hoping to get a freebie.
I learned a little bit about Kobe Pinto before the game. His first year, he's just recently come here from Israel to coach this Cooper MACS team.
Yeah. New community member. Nice to have him here. And they almost did get a little. Oh, Camp. That was a good little set there for the MACS.
That was a great set. Camp, I love his aggressiveness. He's taking it to the hole, didn't get it to go, but he will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. So far, he's 3 of 4 from the charity stripe in this one to cut into that 10-point deficit.
Yeah, look, he likes to draw contact, trying to, sort of force the issue with the officials, make them call something. That might have been on the other side, unable to make that first one. But
yeah, we have 2 games going on simultaneously, and the whistles are coming from both courts, and I think it affected Camp. That one, no excuse. He goes 0 for 2.
Yeah.
Golden opportunity right there. Camp, by the way, only a sophomore. That drive off the mark.
Sophomore, Frieden and Camp, both sophomores. Good sophomore tandem. Bright future for those two.
Camp once again to the hole, lays it up. No, it just won't go. Offensive rebound and a putback. That's Josef Vandenwald, and he'll shoot some free throws.
Once again, though, Camp's aggressiveness pays off for the MACS, but now they need to convert that into points.
Here's the take by Camp again. Really strong take. Loose ball. Good job there by Vandenwald, not going over the back. But he misses the first.
I wonder if there's some tired legs again. A little bit of a short rotation for the MACS. Vanderwald's first free throw barely grazes the iron.
He's 2 for 5 in this game from the free throw line. That one looked better. 3 of 6 now for Josef, his cousin Ethan on the team.
Vladimirski, that's really not his spot. Let's see if he can, a little off the mark.
Offensive rebound by Litvak. And a traveling violation gives the ball back to the Cooper MACS.
You see that a lot, guys, moving that pivot foot before they put the ball down to the floor and get called for that walk that you often don't see called at higher levels.
Dumping inside, quickly double teamed is Vandenwald. It doesn't matter.
Really good job of being strong with the basketball there.
11 now for Josef. Deficit now 7.
Oh, someone lost. Amster cannot let him get it that open there on the transition. That was a missed assignment, I think, right there.
Amster may have one of the sweetest shots that I've seen in this tournament. Just pure. He now has 13. That one bounces around, won't go. Offensive rebound, they're going to call a jump ball. And the possession arrow will go the other way. So Fasman will get the basketball.
Would have liked to have seen that teardrop go, but that's a hard shot to execute.
Amster 13, pacing the way for Fasman. As I mentioned, 11.
Surprised they didn't get a call a foul there on Vanderwald. I'm not sure if he hit him, but when you bring the hands down that wildly, you usually get called whether or not there's any contact.
Nobody with 4 fouls, but Felsher and Goldkin got 3 each for the Cooper MACS, and there's a foul. That's going to go against Silberstein. Meanwhile, for
was that on Silberstein or Vladimirski? I couldn't tell whether he was saying that was 33 or 34.
Oh, okay, maybe it was.
It looked like up top, it looked pretty clean. There might have been some body down below. Did he have that on 33 or 34? That was on Vladimirski.
So how many is that for Vladimirski now? 3 for Compel. And Vandenwald makes that free throw.
Oh, well.
32-23. One more for Yosef. And he splits the two. Good rebound by Yosef Litwack. Under 3 to play.
Goldkin nearly got the steal in the backcourt.
Got to take some chances now when you're down 9 points. Still plenty of time. Traveling violation.
Once again, same situation where a guy moves that pivot foot but hasn't yet released the basketball on the dribble, and you gotta do it the other way around.
Yep.
See if the MACS can cut this back down to about 5 points or less before the end of the quarter. Open three for Camp.
There's their first three. And a timeout called by Fasman. So a 3 for Jack Camp. He now has 6, and it's a 32-26 game.
So Fasman punched them, and the MACS have managed to answer back here, staying within range. 6-point deficit, very manageable, lots of basketball left. We got a 50-50 game on the other court behind us.
2 seconds to go in the game, in regulation, let's say. Tied at 50. We have our stat crew turned around watching that one over there. That is the Tier 2 championship going on the other court 2.
That would mean, just to sort of that those are teams that came up short on Thursday but have won their 2 games since, trying to finish with a 3-game winning streak and win a trophy. It's a championship. It's a tier. It's sort of the consolation championship to some degree, if you will. But it's again, you want to finish 3-1 is always good.
We have the Tier 1 championship a little bit later on today at about 1:15 approximately Central Time. Josh and I will be on the call of that one, and that should be another incredible battle, an all Brooklyn affair against 2 teams that know each other quite well.
Yep. Again, that's standard time, not daylight. So if you're confused by the time, hopefully you've turned your clocks back. These days, I don't know who actually has clocks to turn back. Your phone does it all by itself, thankfully.
I had to do it on the clock on my oven and the clock on my microwave.
Yep,
but other than that, everything's automatic.
Those are the 2 biggies. I had to go coffee maker as well.
Fasman with the basketball after the timeout. 2:10 to play in the third quarter. They lead it by 6.
Weirdly, my car's radio does not. It should, but my car's radio makes me switch it by itself.
Mine does.
I don't know. Maybe there's a setting I need to find. I'm not sure.
Kampman, not the tallest guy out there, climbs the ladder, gets the rebound. They're really getting some physical play from Camp, and this guy underneath, that's Vandenwald, who missed it, just spinned. I don't know if he thought there was going to be more contact there, and he kind of left it short and spinned off the right side of the cylinder.
I think he could have used his size to create some more space. He also had the rim as sort of an extra, could use the rim to shield off the defender as well. I really thought he was going to score from that point.
Nearly a steal there by Goldkin, again, who's playing with 3 fouls.
Oh, you cannot leave him that open in the corner.
He got hit a little bit after that shot. Put back, though, goes for K-Resh. And it's 34-26, yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't call that on the shooter there, the shooting hamster there. Here's Frieden from pretty short.
Got his own rebound. Good job fouling the shot.
Talked about this a little bit on Thursday. Sight lines at a facility like this can be tough because there's no walls really. And you got a lot of sort of like an open background when you're playing at these big facilities.
No question about it. There's a lot of things happening. A lot of things going on. There's a wing 3. That one is well short by K-Resh. Here come the Cooper MACS. Under 40 now to play in the third quarter. Down 8. 3-pointer short. That was by Felsher. Fasman will probably milk it for a final shot.
He likes that spot right there. Vladimirski doesn't take it.
7 seconds. Vladimirski from the corner launches back iron, no, and that'll do it for 3 quarters. Can the Cooper MACS make a run in the fourth? Get back in this one. They're still within striking distance. We got 8 minutes to go. Fasman leading the Cooper Yeshiva Maccabees 34-26 through 3 in the Tier 2 fifth place game. We're back with fourth quarter action in a moment. Oh, guys. Underway in the fourth quarter.
That was a quick quarter break there.
It was a quick break. Fasman leading by 8. Here's a 3 from the wing, from the corner actually, and that's off the mark by Frieden, but the offensive rebound and a second chance opportunity here for the Cooper MACS. From the elbow, Vandenwald, who's had a strong game, misses that one. Couple of chances there. Traveling.
Yep.
And it'll go against Ezra Schwartz, who just checked in.
MACS managing to hang around here, still only down 8.
Plenty of time. Single-digit deficit. Another open 3 from the corner. Unfortunately, another miss.
I think he's having trouble, like we mentioned, the sidelines. He's having trouble with that particular spot. You're looking into the windows from that corner. That's a tough spot.
Schwartz got his own rebound off the miss. Drive no good. Another rebound by Schwartz, and it's taken away. A lot of contact there. They're going to call a charge.
Wow, very glancing kind. I'd like to see that on the replay. I mean, to me, he's going across, not hitting him straight on.
Yeah, he avoided contact right there. So you think
that's
you
an
get the
example.
benefit
Here
of
it is right here on the replay. I mean, he's going in kind of a side glancing blow to a sort of a sliding defender. Oh, good steal,
Got
though.
a steal. Layup. No, in and out. Offensive rebound. Frieden now out to
Goldenkin's got to put that back up.
Couldn't knock it down. 3. Have a 3 for a quarter here. Drive, baseline. That one does go.
Nice
Benny
floater.
Frieden. Yeah, Frieden's got 8 points, 4 deuces, but he has not made a 3 and knocked out of bounds by Goldkin. You can't fault the hustle of this hometown team, the Cooper MACS. Pull within 6 now with 6:20 to play. Continue with that full court pressure, but a little over aggressive as Kampf, and he commits the foul. K-Rush the inbounds pass, and Compel will slowly cross the time stripe. 3 for Compel. No.
Good job by Frieden to spot where that miss was going.
As far as the foul situation, 2 on the Cooper MACS, 0 so far in this fourth quarter for Fasman. Another opportunity.
Great job by Vanderweld, though, to get the miss, his own miss, and save it in bounds, give his MACS another chance. Oh, great ball movement.
There it is. There it is. Finally goes for Frieden from 3. He's got 11, 5 in the last minute, and all of a sudden it's a one-possession game. Great ball movement, really the hustle right now. The Cooper MACS are out hustling Fasman. They are beating him to the ball. They're beating him to the loose balls, Josh.
And Vanderweld did a great job of finding Frieden in the corner there, and he had another one. See if he can tie it up. That's going to be a little long. Maybe a little rushed.
That one,
yeah, rushed it a bit. What did we get there? We got a
carried it.
Okay.
So, wow, Fasman trying to slow down the issue, still turn it over on a traveling call. And now the Cooper MACS, as we approach 5 to play in this fourth quarter, clock's not running. Now it's running.
We're good.
They are down just 3 points.
Dumb down to Vanderwald. See if he can spin. Use the body. I think he might. Oh, I thought I heard a whistle. I thought he had shuffled the feet a tiny bit, but no, that was on the other court.
The other court, absolutely, yeah. 3.
Oh, Vladimirski.
Vladimirski with a second triple. He loves that corner 3. He's got 10. That was big for Fasman. 37-31. Head coach Sid Singer sits down after he saw that 3.
Oh, Vanderwald can't get it to go with the left hand.
Vanderwald has all the moves. Just couldn't finish right there. See if Fasman takes the air out of the ball a little bit here as we go under 4:20.
That last 3 from Vladimirski, that was a tough one for the MACS. And he gets it again. He's looking for it. Oh, a little off the back iron.
Offensive rebound.
Good range, but off the back iron, a little offline.
Oh, he's just moving along that baseline. They got to recognize. Here's a 3. That one goes for Amster.
Wow.
And a 30-second timeout called by
That's what the 3 can do to you, Greg. I mean, suddenly a 3-point deficit. Now you look up and it's back to 9. All that work that the MACS had done to get back to a one-possession game. Now it's going to have to sort of start back over again. Still plenty of time.
Fasman with 8 triples, including this one right here. Good ball movement. And Amster has his 3rd triple of the game. He now has 16 points. So 8 threes for Fasman. You got 2 for the Cooper MACS. So there's the difference, right? That's 6 threes. It's a 9-point game, but again, if you're not keeping up with the Joneses shooting threes, you better make a lot of 2s and a lot of free throws.
Yeah, but again, being able to hit the jump shots is huge. On the other end, it looks like the Maimonides MCATs might be coming away with the Tier 2 championship. This is actually their first. It's interesting. So I didn't realize it's their first trip ever here to the tournament in its 14 years. And it's funny because back when I played for the Yeshiva back in the day, we weren't Cooper back then, and we weren't the MACS. We were actually the Lions. But and before this really had become such a thing, we actually played Maimonides in a couple of tournaments. One in Boston that they hosted, and another one in Washington D.C. or in the Washington D.C. suburbs. But so it's interesting. We played them, a couple of times early on back in the 80s, and now after this is the 14th edition of this tournament, that's the first time they've come all the way down here to Memphis, and they will look like they're going to be rewarded with a Tier 2 trophy for them. So that's nice and they came with a very short squad. They only had about 8 or 9 guys.
Nearly a steal.
Yeah, fortunate for the MACS to maintain possession here. To settle it down.
2-3 zone for Fasman. They're really converging when the ball handler stops his dribble. They are jumping all over it. Here's another wing 3, and it goes. Benny Frieden with his second here. He's at a big second.
Oh, wow.
What a block. What a block by Vandenwald.
And he managed to block it up against the backboard and keep it in play.
That's
huge.
The key, right? Don't block it in the front
row. A la Keith Lee.
A near steal there by Silverstein.
I think he didn't realize he could grab it. But ooh, that's lucky not to be over and back right there. No, he didn't get enough past half court for it to be over and back.
It was close. But again, after that block, there was no backcourt violation.
Vanderwald can score from close in.
Got a good look.
Yeah.
Double team, got the shot off, but
referee's letting him play a little bit there.
Let the players decide it. 40-34, Fasman by 6. Now they play a little keep away around the horn.
MACS might have to bring the defense out a little bit and force the issue.
They also may have to think about starting to foul. They've only fouled twice.
Wow.
That's a big 3. That's Amster again. You give him a little space.
Cold.
You give him a little space, and he will knock it down. He now has 19 points to lead all scorers, and the lead is back to 9.
as Paul Allen from the Minnesota Vikings broadcast likes to say, cold-blooded.
Then again, everything in Minnesota is cold.
It's true.
Here's a three from the corner. A great answer there by Camp.
Suddenly, the shooting percentage going up for both teams here in the late going.
The Cooper MACS trying to commit a foul there.
Yeah, they might need to find someone who has a few to give so they can put them on the line.
Yeah, I mean, they're still only up 2 fouls. They're going to have to foul a few times here, right?
Coaching staff is telling them to come out and pressure, and they get a steal.
Unless you get the steal, right?
Here's Frieden. No need to rush here. Still plenty of time.
Double teamed after he picked up the dribble. And now the scoreboard went out temporarily. It's back on. It's back on now, but the clock's running. So we'll have to get that straightened out.
About 5 seconds back.
Yeah, it should be 1:15, I believe. The officials are over here to get that straightened out. But a big answer by Jack Camp with that triple. 43-37, 6-point game, so a 2-possession game. If you're making threes.
Yeah, well, I mean, right now, both teams, it's interesting, Frieden has hit those two from this left corner here, on our side of the floor. He's hit 2, and the ones he's missed have been 3 feet long. So, again, I think he's, it's like when he can figure out, again, not a good shooting background from that corner as you're looking at the windows from the entrance to the building. So he's managed to find the range a couple of, he's a good shooter. You don't see him miss that wildly very often.
I mentioned the game at 1:15, the Tier 1 championship. Megan David, Yeshiva, the Warriors, and Yeshiva Flatbush, New York, the Falcons, 2 teams that are really down the street from each other, basically. They played last week in a tournament in Brooklyn, hosted by Megan David, won by Megan David on a free throw. That's how good these teams are and how close they are. They're rivals. We will have that for you, Josh and I.
And now here they've come all the way down here to the Mid-South to play down here. That's all.
Right. Why not? You can't settle it up there. You come to Memphis. To
get a little Southern flavor.
So here we go. They have fixed the clock. It's now showing 1:18. So 1:18 is the clock here officially. Cooper MACS with the basketball. The hometown team from Memphis trailing by 6 against Fasman from Skokie, Illinois. Here's the 3. Short.
Great job by Felsher to box out. Camp might have thought about that one. You don't necessarily want to see Vanderwald.
No, he was way out there.
Oh!
In and out. And here's the problem. When Vanderwald's out there, he's not underneath to get an offensive rebound.
Yeah.
That one spinned in and out. They got a foul here. In the meantime, that is that's a tough shot by Amster.
That might be the nail.
I'm surprised he even shot the ball, right? They're winding down the clock. There's
no shot clock. Felsher's got an open look from the corner, can't get it to go.
And the rebound by Silverstein, and that may just about do it. Although a timeout, I believe, is called by Sid Singer.
Well, it looks like it's going to be Fasman getting this one, but this was a good game, and both teams played. The hometown MACS, valiant effort. Again, they're undermanned, both in terms of the sizes of the schools, the sizes of the players, but they gave this Fasman team everything they could handle. But Fasman had the answers, especially shooting wise.
Only 5 players have scored for the Cooper MACS and only 6 for Fasman. So the starters have basically been out there throughout most of the game. And I'll tell you, just a little too much dear Amster.
Yeah. I mean, that Amster and Vladimirsky able to find the range from distance here in the second half, kept the MACS at bay.
They have combined for 31 points, 21 for Amster and 10 for Vladimirsky.
But
strong games by Benny Frieden, by Jack Camp, and by Josef Vandenwald for the Cooper MACS. 23.6 ticks left before this one's over. 45-37, Fasman.
I believe we'll have the Tier 1 consolation right after this. Third place game in the Tier 1. Again, 2 good teams.
And then later today, as we mentioned, the Tier 1 championship game.
MACS trying to foul, but that's not going to put them on the line because that's only the third foul this quarter.
You got to foul immediately. And again, I'm surprised that with about 3.5 minutes to go that they weren't starting to foul. Now, you can't presume they're going to miss free throws, but you got to at least have that opportunity. And that'll be the fourth one. So the next one will put Fasman on the free throw line to shoot 2. 19.5 seconds to go. And there it is.
Good quick foul.
Yep, and they fouled Vladimirski. Vladimirski has not attempted a free throw in this game. Has 10 points, including a couple of threes. 9 threes hit by Fasman, accounting for 27 of their 45 points. In and out for Vladimirski.
Faint hope for the MACS.
And he bounces in the second. It'll be a substitution coming in now for Fasman, as Yosef Litwack will check into the game, and he'll replace Zev Campbell. 46-37. Desperation time for the Cooper MACS. Baseline drive, that one's blocked. Litwack with the block. That's a good substitution. You bring the guy in, he gets a block and then a foul. And
I'm surprised Litwack didn't play. He played a lot in the game. I saw the Fasman play earlier in the tournament. And it looks like the MACS are also going to get some guys in who hadn't played much today. To paraphrase Big Jack Eaton, right now the only question is the final outcome.
Exactly. Gets Rubin in the game. I could see him, number 45. Silverstein knocks down.
I think that was 1 of 2, but
yep, 1 of 2. 47-37.
Let's see if Vanderwall can make that to finish it off.
And he can't. There's a rebound, and that is going to do it. As
good hand.
Yep.
For the hometown team.
Great crowd on hand to watch this one. They just come up a little short in the Tier 2 fifth place game as Fasman, the Yeshiva from Skokie, Illinois, knock off the Cooper Yeshiva Maccabees. The Cooper MACS, as they're known, final score of 47-37 for the fifth place spot. So that'll do it for us right now as we take a look at some of the highlights from the game. Again, I'll be back at 1:15. You got the next one?
Sure.
So Josh will have the next game, and then Josh will join me for the Tier 1 championship game. For Josh Thomas, I'm Greg Gaston. Talk to you soon.